Allez, bonsoir à tous, bonsoir YouTube, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour un live. On va commencer par du Not for Broadcast, puisqu'il y a quelques jours est sortie une nouvelle mise à jour pour le jeu, à savoir un chapitre bonus qui s'appelle Lockdown, Confinement, comme par hasard. Voilà, puisque évidemment, comme c'est un jeu en FMV, il faut des acteurs pour tourner les différents flux vont être diffusés. Donc avec le confinement c'était compliqué, donc on va dire juste la petite note de l'accès anticipé qui a actuellement, bienvenue dans la toute première mise à jour gigantissime pour Not for Broadcast. En mars, nous étions à 3 jours du début de tournage de l'épisode 2 lorsque le confinement au Royaume-Uni a débuté. 48 heures plus tard, 10 semaines de tournage étaient annulées, mais nous étions farouchement déterminés à ne pas abandonner nos merveilleux acteurs, ni à les laisser au chômage. Ce nouveau niveau a été conçu, écrit, produit et filmé au cours des 13 dernières semaines, et ce en respectant les règles les plus strictes du confinement. Nous sommes épuisés. Si vous jouez pour la première fois, bienvenue à bord de l'accès anticipé. Si vous êtes un vieux de la vieille, un habitué de notre jeu, merci d'être revenu et nous espérons que ce chapitre, totalement inattendu, saura vous distraire. Nous espérons également que vous restez tous et toutes en sécurité. Nous pensons à toutes les personnes du monde entier vivant dans des conditions qui sortent vraiment de l'ordinaire. Ceci est notre petit cadeau pour vous. Nous espérons qu'il vous fera sourire. C'est l'équipe de Not Games, donc voilà, ils ont dû tourner en mode de confinement, j'imagine chacun de son côté. Donc ça donnera, j'imagine, lieu à des situations un petit peu particulières. Donc nous allons voir ça évidemment, hein. On va pas parler ici de Covid, mais on va parler de confinement hein, dans le jeu, dans le scénario, mais ça sera pour de toute autre raison. J'ai vu un petit peu voilà, les annonces qui ont circulé et je redoute ce qui va nous arriver. J'ai vu un petit aperçu, voilà. Donc a priori pas besoin de gel hydroalcoolique entre autres, tout ça, mais apparemment faut quand même mettre les vieux à l'abri. Du coup, je vais quand même faire charger une partie parce que je crois que ça m'avait chargé une partie test l'autre fois et je vois que ça a refait mes sauvegardes de la mise à jour, donc ça m'a refait une conversion des sauvegardes, donc dans le doute. Voilà, j'ai les bonus, donc en théorie, c'est ok. C'est parti. Pour ceux qui n'auraient pas vu le premier épisode, hein, le premier stream, n'hésitez pas à aller voir un jeu où on gère la régie d'une chaîne, voilà, notamment d'un journal télévisé. J'aurais connu le confinement.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen.
Ah, faut que je passe en QWERTY.
Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it now.
Et après 9 mois d'aventure, Monsieur Cabotin gagne un nouveau réceptacle de cœur. GG. Et merci beaucoup pour les mots aussi au passage. Merci pour le soutien, tu deviens le nouveau stream boss. Présent.
Présent, émoticône souriant.
Merci Monsieur Cabotin, comment ça va? Ah merci, merci. Merci Monsieur Cabotin pour ce pride cute. Ça va tranquille, du coup bah on découvre la nouvelle update.
Look left, Alex, out the window.
Ah, j'ai pas les sous-titres.
See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers.
Atomisons les saloperies.
Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again.
Ok.
Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up.
Préparez les pubs.
Idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'on a de beau? Usage interne uniquement. Ah oui. Vidéo de formation des employés.
This has no credibility, Jenny.
Rêverie frappadingue.
No professionalism.
Combien de temps? 45 secondes.
It's not a mess.
Reflet.
Everything is where it should be. It's
Façon
ramshackle
reconnaissante
and
de
character.
l'œil
And I
du
expect you to know
contemplateur.
the
Allons-y.
Of course,
Tout est en route,
Megan's
c'est bon.
face looked lovely, but I can't see it,
Petit
can I?
ventilo.
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided
coup
to
de
take
jus.
his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather
Faut
than
que ça me
endure
revienne un
another
petit peu, là.
romantic comedy.
Ah voilà, les nouveaux studios du confinement.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
Ah les cheveux. Ça me rappelle moi pendant le
Yes,
confinement.
I know, I can hear her.
Les coiffeurs sont
Count us
fermés.
in.
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
Ok, la censure.
5, 4.
J'envoie un générique. Je sais rien.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefucked? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehug's toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching
Des
for
petites
their
lumières
husbands.
vertes et oranges.
The Mr. Snugglehugs were so short-sightedly destroyed. And now,
Oh,
as this
trois.
photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Oh la 4.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household
Madame Calinou.
implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behavior in homes across the country. And we're not talking about
Ah, y en a un.
complaints that occupy so much time
Tiens.
in the Donaldson household.
Oups, j'ai changé d'écran.
With dating options limited,
Ah, c'est
many
bon, c'était
house
pas-
sharers,
ça a basculé sur les
in
images.
particular students, are finding
Ils ok.
solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable,
Au secours.
indulging in an activity that has
Censure.
become known as snuggle tugging.
Old dogs, new tricks. Bad boy celibacy, Johnny Handsleeves.
Johnny Four Saucisses. J'ai rien suivi, j'ai juste lu Johnny Four Saucisses. Je ne suis rien du tout du broadcast.
It is of course
semblait bien que j'en
up to
voyais un.
each of us to choose how we spend this brief spell of collective unconsciousness. But if this photograph sent by the man himself is anything to go by, Johnny
Et le
seems to be
changement.
making some interesting decisions with regard to his time.
Trop de choses à gérer là, j'ai plus l'habitude. Hein.
Making his announcement by drunkenly shouting at his neighbours from the steps of his capital accommodation, Johnny was heard to repeatedly yell, "I'm gonna open a fucking florist," before
Oups.
failing to get
Censuré un peu
back
tôt.
inside his house and slipping it off over a low
ça va.
hedge. I'll take a dozen roses, Johnny.
The shape of things to come. In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants
Confinement
of
depuis
Doctors
45 ans, comment
David
ça
Wong and Ingrid Sporsborg
Ah, d'autres gens.
Horgensford and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Sporsborg and Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination. With a recent vote, then,
Il y a un raccourci pour ça
Helvetica Sporsborg and Wongensford,
Je crois pas,
the
hein.
most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica Sporsborg and Wongensford here with a little update from Dante's Taint.
Du périnée de Dante.
This is the biggest ever harvest and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or
Je vais monter un peu le
at
son
least
pour
that's
moi.
what we think. There's no real day or night down here and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there it is
Il y a des déco là-dedans.
4012 of Jan,
Faudra que je-
or as you call it,
Faudra que je la regarde la diffusion. Hein.
or possibly
Il y a eu-
Boxing Day
oups,
for a bit
il y avait un truc à
out, so,
censurer.
happy
J'ai entendu le
Christmas.
bruit en plus.
I hope you get all the presents you asked for left under your bounty.
Encore
I'm hoping to complete my collection of rocks. See you in September. Helvetica out.
It's hard they've been down there so long now.
But everyone knows time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why baths take so long.
Faut que je prenne les
That's
réflexes.
right.
Hein.
And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bath,
The quicker the relativistic forces of temporal causality will have a measurable effect upon the fixed dimensional parameters of your environment.
yes, I've said that many times.
Papers, please. With the lockdown becoming
Paper,
ever more
please.
rigorously enforced, having a passport is becoming increasingly important,
Le
Alex.
feu.
The government caused controversy today by announcing a fresh charge of passport fraud with an imaginative form of punishment for those found guilty of this brand new,
J'en ai
but
choisi une, ouais.
incredibly serious crime.
The
Ça parle de
international
quoi
community has been critical of Advance's decision to begin branding
On va revoir
those
après.
found to be
J'ai pas trop
abetting
suivi non plus.
passport
Trop de choses.
fraudsters. The red hot metal may seem painful, but I'm told it's actually
Alors il y aurait
preferable
36
to
000
most
possibilités
music
d'émission en fonction des choix qu'on a
therapy
fait avant.
And Advance speaks out.
Ça fait
With
moult.
the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have
Ah oui,
been
lui.
listening, and that
Souvenez-vous.
this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening.
Oh non, j'ai choisi le pire pour la censure.
One of the many jobs I have in this tourist crisis is to liaise on a daily basis with the Department of Perambulation.
Il a pas bu, il dit pas d'insultes.
Be aware of these. Now these are
Ah,
genuine requests
les
from
autorisations de
citizens
déplacement.
for permission to go outside. Now, I would like to share a few of these with you tonight under the loose heading of what the fuck is wrong with you people? How difficult is this to grasp? I'd like to start with James from Angerhampton, who says he needs to go out because there's a duck in the pond.
Les bars sont fermés, il est sobre.
To try and
Il a
feed
peut-être des
him.
bouteilles hein, chez lui. Hein.
I call him Mr. Quackington, and I think we're
Bon, j'espère que c'est juste le tuto qu'il n'y en aura pas toutes les 2 secondes après.
Oh, James, they make their hives in parks, and then Katie, from self-righteous on sea, wants to go out so she can deliver homemade meals to the elderly. No, Katie, stay at home. You
Restez chez vous.
and Shirley can get by
Bon, il a compris.
tins of creamed
J'ai
rice
évité
in
toutes ces bouteilles.
1950s. And you, Lewis, from Hamble Bamblebury.
On est bien en audience, hein.
Heard in the alley last night behind your house are best left to the police. Now I want to make this as clear as I can. Think first. Stop sending me stupid, sodding requests and stay.
Ah mais il les envoie directement pour qu'elles soient autorisées.
It's not happening
Secours.
until we tell you it's
Pire idée.
all over. Thank you.
Ah mais...
Ridiculous stuff.
Il y a insulte. Non, ah non j'ai cru.
Jeremy
C'est pas
will be
clair.
probing heartthrob reporter Patrick Bannon, while I take a deep dive
Ah ça y est, il y a les petits... Ah oui parce qu'on était en choix d'image.
And then, in our
C'est pour ça qu'il n'y avait pas les
and
loupiottes.
presumably because our editor is also working from home,
NTX, ah non NXT, à chaque fois je le fais avoir.
I can't wait.
Don't do that.
And in a moment, Jeremy Grumpelson and I will be asking controversial CEO Sophia Remington where it all went wrong.
And psychic scientist Dr. Delia Lywell will be joining us.
Elvin
presumably
Delia.
to provide a bit of falsehood.
Maybe she'll
Attention générique.
die, Jeremy.
Too late. I'm certain it happened months ago.
En 4 hein.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Ah mais... Foutez-moi la paix. C'est quoi cette variante de générique? Attention, ça va être la fin. Jeu sur qui? Ok.
First tonight, how do we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
joining us from her villa on the island of San Paulo.
Ah, les interférences qui reviennent.
Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I am loving your hairdo, babe.
J'avais cru que...
And from her crystal heating laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Lower Huffington, Doctor, it says here, Delia Lywell.
Thank you for inviting us on your show.
Us?
Don't.
C'est qui parle?
Remington, you're
C'est pas
trying to
clair.
run painting across the developed world. Your company is worth less than my annual salary, and your country's president recently called you a national disgrace. Have you taken your eye off the ball?
Oh, honey, you're so cute when you're angry. The thing with you folks over there is you have an island mentality. You can't see the bigger picture.
So, what is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is lithium batteries. Our toys have been running for upwards of
Otium.
71 days now with no signs of them slowing down whatsoever. Imagine what that means for the future.
It means we don't know when the hell this lockdown's going to end, doesn't it? You don't seriously believe
Je suis
Remington's
absolument rien.
can survive this?
Lithium batteries are gonna change everything.
Et salut Akito, comment ça va?
They're gonna power our new transport system, make technology portable. Hell, they might even take us into space.
But how can you make them with everyone at home?
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Ça,
Thanks to the
tranquille.
work of thousands of tiny hands, they're already pouring off the production line. Times are good for Remington's fits.
But surely you have no future.
Excuse me, hello, yes, if we might. This is our area of expertise.
Putain, mais elle bouge les interférences maintenant.
Natural economics.
Elle bougeait déjà avant.
Future, Mr. Donaldson, to which we are all connected.
Yeah, okay, I'll bite. Why not? There's clearly nothing better to do. So, what is your scientific process telling you about the future of Sophia Remington, Doctor?
We see her on a balcony.
C'est la
Foreign
voyante.
soil, but not foreign land. An age will pass.
Fascinating.
Wasn't it just?
Delia, you are amazing. We have to fly you out here to the island to do that for my guests. They're gonna love you.
Unfortunately, all flights are grounded because of your tiny, deadly stowaways.
Not all flights, honey. Dee, call me. And you, Maggie. The more the merrier. Bring your swimwear.
Miss Remington, you seem completely ignorant to the seriousness of the situation. Do you take any responsibility at all for the global crisis?
Careful! It's a trap.
It's not a trap. Why are you helping her?
Fun.
You bet your ass I'm fun.
Please answer my question, Miss Remington.
Listen, are lithium
J'ai jamais
batteries
basculé sur l'autre,
the most
le
incredible
présentateur.
invention the world has ever seen? Probably yes. But, in fact, who am I kidding? It is definitely yes. But will they last forever? One day, all the Mrs. Snugglehugs will just stop. It'll be like a miracle. And then we can all go back to the grand tradition
Réaction.
of buying
Encore?
clothes again. 'Cause I really don't mind telling
Il y en a
you,
beaucoup trop.
it is really hitting our bottom line. Except for sponges. We seem to be selling an assload of them.
Dr. Lywell, do you have an indication of when or how this might end?
Well, it's not an exact science,
Not even a real one.
but our senses tell us that there will come a day when there will be clouds in the sky, the grass will be rich and verdant, and the birds will sing at dawn, and that's the day we walk forth.
Best réaction.
I find that strangely comforting.
That could literally be any day.
Well, let's hope it's soon.
Clouds, grass, and birds. That's literally every day.
Let's hope it's not too soon.
Oups.
I'm kind of
Oula.
hoping we can make it to the 100
Change un peu
days.
vite là.
It sounds good. Besides, if it lifts now, the children will have to go back to working normal hours.
Well, let us ask the eminent professors for 100 then.
No, let's not, eh?
I'll drink to that. Stay strong and party on.
Restez chez
Sophia
vous.
Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be reaching out around the country to see what's really happening out there.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these sandwiches.
Well, she's a
J'envoie la pub.
Hitler-sized fuck up.
I mean, she's fun at a
C'est bon, j'ai envoyé la pub à temps, je
I
crois.
don't want to be on her.
J'ai vu le timer à 0, vite j'y fuite, faut que je clique.
drive that company into the fucking ground.
Allez, 1 minute de pause. C'est quoi ce générique? C'est la version confinement. Attention à madame, je sais plus comment, j'ai oublié son nom. Encore des grands moments de bonheur en approche. Bon, première séquence terminée, à plus, on s'en sort pas si mal. Tout de suite la suite. Fera pas dingue. Là, il fera pas dingue.
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back in the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
Ah oui, c'est la poupée... la poupée Furby. Ah, des publicités très bizarres. C'est le truc de formation que j'ai mis là?
It's been a long time coming.
Ah, y'a personne. Oh non, y'a lui. Il est de retour, Alan James.
I support self-love. It's the photo of yourself you sleep with.
Et Cathy, ouais, qui était en interview avec lui l'autre fois aussi.
Cake, you're on the balloons.
Encore?
No idea how old he is.
Cassez-vous.
40, 17. Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back. In 5,
Déjà? Ah oui.
3. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Reed. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Meg.
Bah,
It really is a pleasure, Kate.
Petit retard.
I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay.
Déjà, faut pas que
The
j'appuie sur
lockdown
la 2, hein.
directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled
Oh.
indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about
On est
it.
tous très déçus.
They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James is Right,
Ah, un
is
nouveau
available
bouquin.
in paperback.
Ah merde, des interférences.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no
3000 accidents de jouets. Alors je sais pas combien de périodes de temps.
down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
She makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
she's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must.
Shit!
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that
Ah oui, Madame
these
Calinou,
robots
voilà.
aren't dangerous after all?
Et Monsieur Calinou.
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs.
Ah.
Snugglehug situation will all.
Ça te revient avec un sandwich. Est-ce qu'on le diffuse? Pire idée.
We need decisive action from the government. We need
Au pire
huge
moment, c'est
financial
quand il
support
fait une grosse
to protect
bouchée.
our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
To repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and health.
Petit peu de poivre.
We need
Encore.
to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Quand on est dans le bon
Luckily, over
timing.
the past few years under advance, they've invested heavily into health.
5 minutes
So the
encore.
system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people?
Non, c'est presque à fond.
The enemy within?
Will you just stop?
Ah,
fighting?
ils sont dans la même pièce. C'est quoi ça?
Amassing an army to kidnap
That's you.
Ok, du foutage de gueule.
That's what you sound like.
C'est vrai.
But
Meh.
I
Meh.
the
Meh.
I don't
Il y a une rythmique à faire là sur le montage.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
Vous n'avez pas d'amis.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now,
savais que le
I'll
sandwich.
be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report
Ah, il est pas prêt, je
on the
crois.
status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always
Ok,
doing
3-4.
exactly that. It's
Ah, 2-3.
Patrick Brannan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello. I'm here live.
Bientôt la nuit.
Quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. The main question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist?
Petit peu de Switch quand même.
His full potential is even realised. Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness
Ça passe juste.
an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy.
Je crois qu'on est presque à fond en audience, hein, c'est beau.
People staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on?
C'est derrière un décor à la con. Ça sent le décor en carton.
I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
On voit son ombre derrière.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the side, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere.
Pourquoi il y a des éponges partout?
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert,
Oh, Monsieur
Patrick, but
Calino.
it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a
Calmez-vous.
small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
You're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit.
Ils sont dans les murs.
Listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle.
D'accord.
I'm too talented to die. I'm too talented. What the
Moult bip.
hell? Okay, it's fine. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
Je les vois.
What do you see, Patrick?
Oula.
Thank you, Patrick, for that.
Le petit no signal.
Showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off
Pub.
the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles.
Ah, j'ai pas le temps.
Join us after this.
Non.
You're damn right.
Ils ont pété la vie.
Yeah,
Pourquoi j'ai un
absolutely.
soleil?
Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Je suis venu dans la caboche. Ah, j'ai loupé le prochain sous-titre du coup. L'autre qui s'est ramené un sandwich qui fait 3 fois la taille de sa bouche. Ouais, j'avoue. Attends, seulement B, comment ça se fait? C'est des bipages que j'ai loupé? Merde, j'ai pas le sous-titre. Ananas. Ils ont cassé la vitre. Au secours. J'ai peur. Ah, on note de séquence B, mais l'audimat, on est bien. Hein. Je crois qu'il craque depuis tout à l'heure. C'est le ventilo qui fait ce bruit? Claire. Je fais un petit coup de jeu au cas où.
No, I'm not.
Ah, Nick.
I'm not going to. I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Ça, c'est devenu Five Nights at Freddy's.
No? No? Oh, 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something.
C'est Four Saucisse, non? Non, ou le sportif.
But it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense. Other, more important people.
Ah, générique. Générique?
So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win. And who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me as the man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
On voit les ombres en plus pour la gauche. C'est horrible.
Forced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about
Vachement rassurant.
Yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please.
C'est pas ça. Putain, faut jouer en stéréo. Hein. Là, j'ai avec le son. Hein. Oups! Non, hein? J'ai coupé le jus? Oui. Oups! Désolé. Apparemment, tout tournait. Ça continue de diffuser le feed, à quoi que le bonus s'est coupé. J'ai ripé sur le disjoncteur.
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you, both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself.
Quand ils vont être sur la censure ou les écrans, ça va être beau.
What can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman.
7 minutes. C'est que le début.
As acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles on the way?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for
Mettez là sur l'écran 4.
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
L'autre il en peut déjà plus.
Absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favorite color?
What is your name?
Correct. The color
Non.
of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable. That is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line?
On l'a perdu.
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being...
Merde.
Oh, there you are,
Pas la 3.
Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre.
Ah, pas de bien la note. Hein.
Is that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Merde.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must
Pas la
play
3.
this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Ah, full. Full audience.
When they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
Oh, cette tête.
Fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time, we got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
Mais c'est le gars avec ses étudiants, c'est le prof.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working
Non.
on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already
Pas les enfants.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you know.
Friendship.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Au secours.
We'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Double clic.
Timely transport payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers.
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am.
C'est tellement glauque.
So, the first one we've been working on.
Il y a une de physique dans le jeu.
The King of the Jungle's mortgage payments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest.
Ah merde, les interférences.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does. Yes. He's a porcupine. How did
Knuckles?
you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Ooh. Oh, the bear,
Oh,
the
yes,
bear.
yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that it'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure.
Cringe comme disent les jeunes.
He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking...
Merde, je vais me faire baiser.
That's right. He meets a wise, old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus.
Trop longue la réaction.
Doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
Je l'ai eu.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals.
Je préfère avoir des interférences que de voir ça.
Mr. Bear lowers his expectations.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit.
Allez, plus qu'une minute.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes
Dedans le nez.
to bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end we end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to, hang on, can we get Angie back?
Mettre à poil.
The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Oula, on a eu un souci sur le feed
Right,
là.
I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all. I
C'est
can only
passé.
apologise in advance for what we're all about to endure.
Pourquoi il y en a trop? Ils m'ont attrapé. Au secours. Je me suis fait attraper. À suivre. Et oui, c'est la fin. Donc voilà ça, ils ont bossé du coup là-dessus parce qu'ils pouvaient pas faire le tournage de la suite. Donc confinement oblige. Et donc, avec le déconfinement, j'imagine qu'ils vont travailler sur la suite. Bon, ça fait 40 minutes qu'on est en stream. Est-ce qu'on se regarde du coup la rediff tout de suite, histoire que qu'on comprenne un peu mieux ce qui s'est dit durant ce journal. Encore une fois, trop cool, mais j'ai pas suivi grand chose. Oui, je veux bien le rediff. On va faire la rediff tout de suite, ouais. À savoir que les premiers mois ça va, j'étais plutôt à l'aise dans ce qui se passait parce que j'avais déjà vu Mister MV qui les avait streamés, donc je connaissais les épisodes, je les avais juste pas joués, et là c'était full découvert, donc j'ai capté très peu de choses des dialogues. Alors il y aura des petits moments où il y aura des coupures, où on verra pas de gens, on aura juste un no signal. Mais bon, j'ai fait de mon mieux. Ouais, la découverte et la reprise. Bon, ça va être pareil quand il y aura la suite. Hein. En tout cas, c'était bien sympa. Petit DLC gratuit. Du coup, en attendant, vous pouvez décider dans le chat quel jeu on fera après avoir regardé la rediff. Parce qu'après, il n'y aura plus grand chose d'autre à faire. On passera à un autre jeu. Oui, la mise à jour. En plus, il est en promo actuellement, le jeu. Que je revois ça. En ce moment, il est à 6,24€ le jeu. Pour ce qu'on a fait et les futurs contenus à venir. Moins 50%.
You've seen our symbols on your walls. We are the resistance, and it's time you knew the truth.
Prochaine
What do
fois.
you mean I can't say that?
C'est le même qu'on avait vu l'autre fois, je crois.
Is lying to you.
How can we help you if we don't know who you are?
More than all of this, he was my laughter.
Oui, les rassemblements, je pense pas que ce soit du new footage.
My friend.
Encore que.
Elderly are not a burden.
So, Mum's made the decision to unburden us, and now we have the chance to start a family.
Membership card.
C'est pas le même, ouais.
Card, no matter what they tell you.
We are getting reports of
Il y a un peu des deux, je pense. Je pense qu'il a été retravaillé.
millions of deaths across the continent.
Doesn't your family deserve a nutritious life?
Understand this. There is something wrong with the food.
No more! I've had enough of this shit!
We are not afraid.
On sait pas trop. Peut-être cette mémoire qui nous joue les tours.
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Alex.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Jay.
And we are the only members of the Not Games team that are even vaguely camera friendly.
And in my case, very vaguely.
The level that you have just played, our lockdown fever dream, is not the original level that we had planned for the game.
Yeah, that wasn't episode 2.
Oh, this is episode 2, and we really want you to play it.
But the truth of the matter is, we cannot shoot anything until it is safe to do so.
And as of today, June the 17th, no one really knows when that is.
So we have to ask you to just please be patient with us.
We'll still be able to bring you new content.
In fact, we already have. There are all sorts of alternates hidden in that dream.
Yes, there are 3 versions of Mr. Bear. Just
Stop ruining it for all your
ages.
Ignore that old bastard.
The moment it is safe to do so, we will start shooting again.
But until then, please talk with us. Every Steam review really makes a difference.
I'm on the Discord.
And I run our Twitch at Not Games UK every other Thursday.
And I'm quite old, so I just sit in front of the camera and look baffled.
And we really don't want to lose contact with you guys.
So, all that really remains is for me to say, once again, thank you so much for playing our little game that could. And of course, see you in
episode 2! Unless the world ends.
I might come up with a cure, who knows?
Allez, du coup, la rediff. Archive. Diffusion. Et le jour inconnu, le chapitre 4. Grade B, un final. Ah, on n'a pas eu le détail des notes à la fin. Bah ouais, puis après, c'est peut-être optionnel. Enfin, c'était pas optionnel, mais c'était annexe, on va dire. Charger la cassette. Un petit temps de chargement. Faut que je fasse lecture, peut-être. Ah, je vais planter. Netfarbroadcast.exe ne répond pas. Là, je crois, hein. Au cas où, mais... ah bah voilà.
We'll be going live to the National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight and every night on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's another episode
What's wrong with
What's
this
Wrong
picture?
With this picture? And tonight, a group of television executives will be trying to work out why there's a cock and balls on the cheek of the Mona Lisa.
Hein?
That's followed at 8 p.m. by Azor's winning documentary series, The Shape of
ça?
Them, which tonight looks at the long-forgotten phenomenon we used to call outside. At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie Electric Fever Dream, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch as Helena Canterbury Boatshoe and vice versa. That brings us to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson-Blimey will be eating his guest in Incisors, and tonight he's got a chubby traffic warden from Stainstable in his crosshairs. Finally, at midnight, it's the National Weather Report, as if that mattered. But now, it's time to join
La météo qui n'a pas trop
for
d'importance.
the National Night
News.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
It's been almost 5 weeks.
Ah oui, j'avais mis ce clic, le censure.
Woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs were so short-sightedly destroyed.
Vous l'avez vraiment
And
dit un
now,
truc.
as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements, all the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Old dogs, new tricks. Bad boy celibacy Johnny Handsleeves announced today that he just can't wait until this lockdown's over so he can start his new career.
It is, of course, up to each of us to choose how we spend this brief spell of collective unconsciousness. But if this photograph, sent by the man himself, is anything to go by, Johnny seems to be making some interesting decisions with regard to his time at home.
Making his announcement by drunkenly shouting at his neighbours from the steps of his capital accommodation, Johnny was heard to repeatedly yell, "I'm gonna open a forest," before failing to get back inside his house and slipping it off over a low hedge. I'll take a dozen roses, Johnny.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborg and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellated
Répétition pour le sortir.
Many of the Svorsborg and Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborg and Wongensford the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica Svorsborg and Wongensford here with a little update from Dante's Tank. This year's going to be our biggest ever harvest and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think. There's no real day or night down here and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there it is Wednesday the 4012th of Jamboree, or as you call it, Pissmouth Day. Or possibly Boxing Day if we're a bit out, so I hope you get all the presents you asked for left under the I'm hoping to complete my collection of rocks.
Quoi Truel, c'est...
See you in September, Helvetica out.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But everyone knows time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why baths take so long.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bath,
the quicker the relativistic forces of temporal causality will have a measurable effect upon the fixed dimensional parameters of your environment.
Yes, I've said that many times.
Papers, please. With the lockdown becoming ever more rigorously enforced, having a passport is becoming increasingly important, Alex.
The government caused controversy today by announcing a fresh charge of passport fraud with an imaginative form of punishment for those found guilty of this brand new but incredibly serious crime.
The international community have been critical of Advance's decision to begin branding those found to be abetting passport fraudsters. The red hot metal may seem painful, but I'm told it's actually preferable to most music currently in the charts.
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. One of the many new jobs I have in this current crisis is to liaise on a daily basis with the Department of Perambulation, and they are aware of these. Now, these are genuine requests from citizens for permission to go outside. Now, I would like to share a few of these with you tonight under the loose heading of what the is wrong with you people? How difficult is this to grasp? So I'd like to start with James from Angerhampton, who says he needs to go out because there's a duck in the park that I like to try and feed on a Friday. I call him Mr. Quackington, and I think we're really starting to bond. No, James, they make their hives in parks. And then Katie from Self-Righteous-on-Sea wants to go out so she can deliver homemade meals to the elderly. No, Katie, stay at home. Your casserole's dire, and Shirley can get by with tins of creamed rice from the 1950s. And you, Lewis, from Hamble Bamblebury, those screams you heard in the alley last night behind your house are best left to the police. Now, I want to make this as clear as I can. Think first, stop sending me stupid, sodding requests, and stay inside. Pretend it's not happening until we tell you it's all over. Thank you.
Ridiculous stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be probing heartthrob reporter Patrick Bannon, while I take a deep dive into some controversial opinions with two familiar faces.
And then, in our third segment, and presumably because our editor is also working from home, there's going to be a bloody quiz.
I can't wait.
Don't do that.
And in a moment, Jeremy Grumpelson and I will be asking controversial CEO Sophia Remington where it all went wrong.
And psychic scientist Dr. Delia Lywell will be joining us, presumably to provide a bit of false hope.
Maybe she'll tell you how you're going to go, Jeremy.
Too late. I'm certain it happened months ago.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Alors le générique, du coup, j'ai pas trop vu.
Tonight, how do we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her villa on the island of San Palmerino is CEO and socialite Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I am loving your hairdo, babe.
And from her crystal heating laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Lower Uppington, Doctor, it says here, Delia Lywell.
Thank you for inviting us on your show.
Us?
Don't. Miss Remington, your toys are rampaging across the developed
presque
world.
pas vu.
Your company is worth less than my annual salary, and your country's president recently called you a national disgrace. Have you taken your eye off the ball?
Oh, honey, you're so cute when you're angry. The thing with you folks over there is you have an island mentality. You can't see the bigger picture.
So, what is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is lithium batteries. Our toys have been running for upwards of 71 days now with no signs of them slowing down whatsoever. Imagine what that means for the future.
It means we don't know when the hell this lockdown's going to end, doesn't it? You don't seriously believe Remington's fist can survive this?
Lithium batteries are gonna change everything, tiny ogre. They're gonna power our new transport system, make technology portable. Hell, they might even take us into space.
But how can you make them with everyone at home?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Thanks to the work of thousands of tiny hands, they're already pouring off the production line. Times are good for Remington's fist.
But surely you have no future.
Excuse me, hello, yes, if we might. This is our area of expertise.
What, multinational economics?
The future, Mr. Donaldson, to which we are all connected.
Yeah, okay, I'll bite. Why not? There's clearly nothing better to do. So, what does your scientific process tell you about the future of Sophia Remington, Doctor?
We see her on a balcony. Foreign soil, but not foreign land. An age will pass.
Fascinating.
Wasn't it just?
Delia, you are amazing. We have to fly you out here to the island to do that for my guests. They're gonna love you.
Unfortunately, all flights are grounded because of your tiny, deadly stowaways.
Not all flights, honey. Dee, call me. And you, Maggie. The more the merrier. Bring your swimwear.
Miss Remington, you seem completely ignorant to the seriousness of the situation. Do you take any responsibility at all for the global crisis?
Careful! It's a trap.
It's not a trap. Why are you helping her?
She seems fun.
You bet your ass I'm fun.
Please answer my question, Miss Remington.
Listen, are lithium batteries the most incredible invention the world has ever seen? Probably yes. But, in fact, who am I kidding? It is definitely yes. But will they last forever? Sadly, no. One day, all the Mrs. Snugglehugs will just stop. It'll be like a miracle. And then we can all go back to the grand tradition of buying products again. Because I really don't mind telling you
comment c'est écrivait
it is
Tire
really
Larigot.
the bottom line. Except for sponges. We seem to be selling an ass load of them.
Dr. Lywell, do you have an indication of when
Couche-toi
or
bien.
how this might end?
Well, it's not an exact science.
Not even a real one.
But our senses tell us that there will come a day when there will be clouds in the sky, the grass will be rich and verdant, and the birds will sing at dawn, and that shall be the day when we walk forth again.
I find that strangely comforting.
That could literally be any day.
Well, let's hope it's soon.
Clouds, grass, and birds. That's literally every day.
Let's hope it's not too soon. I'm kind of hoping we can make it to the 100 days. It sounds good on a commercial. Besides, if it lifts now, the children will have to go back to working normal hours.
Well, let us ask the eminent professors for 100 then.
No, let's not, eh?
I'll drink to that. Stay strong and party on.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be reaching out around the country to see what's really happening out there.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these sandwiches.
Well, she's a Hindu.
Coupé un peu tard.
This is Crazy Neil's crazy pre-Christmas, extra exciting festive Yuletide Easter extravaganza. This is another chapter from Crazy Neil's Wit and Wisdom, and I'm reaching out through
Au pire, on le regardera
this
par la
camera
pub.
to say, buddy, if you're listening.
Bon, x16.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
Nouvelle fonctionnalité, bien
Now
pratique.
it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to
Formal
realise
poli.
we've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well...
Je n'ai jamais vu personne qui avait le Covid-19. C'est forcément un complot. Ils font pas mal de références au vrai confinement finalement. Et aux théories complotistes et aux différentes... J'ai jamais vu de Covid dans la rue. Est-ce qu'ils ont parlé de la 5G à un moment? J'ai pas fait gaffe, peut-être. À voir.
No, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan. You
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns.
Comment ça?
Or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army.
Tu peux basculer sur le basculement du coussin.
Amassing an army to kidnap our children.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh.
I...
Meh.
The
Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Alors ça le fera les grands anciens, les hommes poissons.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted.
J'ai même pas remarqué l'éponge à ce moment-là.
How long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is...
Ouais, ils en parlaient du coup. Et comme je suivais pas le texte, j'ai remarqué, mais je comprenais pas ce que c'était. C'est une protection anti-Madame Kalinou, peut-être.
Made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy.
Anti-câlin.
The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise.
In
fact, showing this sort of resourcefulness would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Comme Patrick Bannon.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon.
Je suis là.
Fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm at home, to be honest. All right, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound? What the hell's that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
It does. Oh, Jeremy. Oh.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement. Bashing their heads of lions or raping reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, listen to me. If you're out there, just piss off, you little snub.
On travaille sur la censure.
Oh, what the no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
Le porte en mousse.
What do you see, Patrick?
I see only Satan. Oh God, no. They're coming to this. They're coming over. No, you
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us.
Avec Patrick Manon. On ne verra plus de tournoi de bidule machin.
Good morning. This is Mr. Bozeman, and this is a Channel 1 informational video that is for internally.
On regardera plus après. Je sais pas si on va regarder les roches, hein. Je pense pas qu'il y avait grand chose à voir entre les... En dehors de ce qu'on montrait.
Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway.
Il y avait pas de type planqué dans les placards en mode BDSM. Ouais, ça a discuté un peu, ouais, éventuellement avant et après les séquences. Je regarderai peut-être en off s'il y a des trucs intéressants à regarder. Au pire, je partagerai éventuellement sur Discord à voir.
We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight, we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win, and who will National Nightly lose. National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me as a man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that, actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance
voir la préparation du
to
sandwich.
get a very special prize.
And what
Quand
are
il se
they
tape la
paying
tête
for, Tommy?
lors du questionnaire.
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Is that...
Qu'est-ce que
What
c'est?
is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can
Ah, il
I
essaye de le manger. Il
My
faudrait
name
que
is
je regarde ça de
Angie.
mon côté.
Always has been. I'm a human woman.
Après, comme il y a moyen d'accélérer, ça peut se faire, hein, finalement. On peut chercher vite fait les passages concernés.
Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Précis.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being Sonia.
Oops.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre,
C'est
don't
le
you?
confinement, les réseaux étaient pas très performants. Hein.
What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about
C'est la nouvelle
Sonia.
censure.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffeecup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No way!
What the
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new...
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Jeremy.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Yes. Right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he?
Nope.
But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is gripping.
That's right.
Référence.
He meets a wise...
Tuez-moi.
octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow, you really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh,
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey
Listen.
Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Magnifique caméra de réaction, la meilleure. Rien n'avait des mieux à faire. Hein.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents'
Ouais, il y en avait des pas mal à faire.
trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end. We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, do you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
C'est la fin, là, non?
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all.
Right.
I can only apologise in advance for...
À savoir qu'il y avait différentes fins, donc est-ce qu'on aurait pu y voir? Ça, c'est la dernière pub? Sûrement. Je ne sais pas. Belle coupure, ouais. Oui, ou j'ai peut-être coupé trop tôt. Mais je sais pas si... Enfin, il devait y avoir 8 fins différentes normalement, donc est-ce que j'ai eu le bad ending? Ah, je crois que c'est fini. Je ne sais pas. Du coup, les pubs... Ah, mais est-ce qu'on va... On peut voir les rushs, du coup, ou pas? Ouais, National Nightly Loose, on l'a. Vie en confinement...
No, I'm not. I'm not going to.
On va le passer en x16, mais ça va être un peu long, je pense. Donc, il y a quand même des petits trucs au début et à la fin, que je regarderai en off, hein, du coup. Mais je sais pas si le rush montre... Ça doit montrer ce qu'on a fait, hein, s'il y a différentes possibilités, finalement. Après, je sais pas, quand il y a les doubles choix, comment ça se présente dans les rushs, ça doit être par rapport à ce qu'on a choisi, je pense, aussi. Comme on les débloque qu'après. On va y arriver, là, non? Mais je pense que ça sera pareil.
Oh, we end on... Oh, the merrier.
Ouais, s'il a manqué un petit peu, je crois. Mais du coup, est-ce qu'il y aura une suite du coup de ce confinement? Parce que là, finalement, il aurait pu y avoir une séquence musicale, mais qu'on n'a pas eu. Pas le bidule ball, please. Faudrait que je regarde. Faudrait peut-être que je regarde d'autres streams d'autres gens, voir s'il y a eu d'autres déroulements au niveau de justement de cette émission là. Par contre, je crois qu'elles sont dans le désordre, hein, les pubs. El Famoso... Ah bah non, la jus de cochon, donc ça c'était la dernière de... celui d'avant. Allez, pour le plaisir.
Strengthening your body when you can strengthen your face. We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt content actually pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect. New Jus de Cochon will revitalize the appearance of the strength of your face's skin. 41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible flakes, and 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it.
Jus de Cochon.
Because we said so.
Donc ça, c'est celle qu'on a eue cette fois, j'imagine. Oh, le bon cochon. C'est bien ça. On reconnaît... Ah mais il n'y a pas les génériques, il n'y a pas les sous-titres non plus. Ah si, voilà.
Back in the 60s, common parlance was geese were a nuisance, they were a pest, they were... I used to be a goose fuck. It's a rainbow of crazy fun! I'm having another misty-eyed moment. Back when I used to own a boat, I married the first Mrs. Crazy Neal. and she was an absolute stunner from the neck down. Not a lot of people know this. She liked to cook for the homeless. Leo, unfortunately, she wasn't a very good cook, and she would chase those suckers down, and they're quite weak, because, you know, malnourishment. And I thought to myself, hey, Neil, you can't swim. When I was stranded on the desert island, she didn't make it off the island, but I got a hell of a lot of recipes for pork. Let's get crazy. You don't have to use performance-enhancing drugs to be a winner, but if you do, just make sure you don't get caught. I love you, man, wherever you are. We've got it, you want it, you want it, we've got it, you want it, you pay it. So if you're watching Crazy Bob, you still owe me. This one's for you.
Très étrange cette pub. Je sais pas la promotion de quoi elle faisait. C'est les Dark Deals. Comment un site de vente de drogue je vous le déconseille. Dans le doute. Mais pourquoi?
This is an emergency broadcast. Repeat, this is an emergency broadcast. The threat of
Mrs. Snugglehugs
is very real.
Mrs. Snugglehugs
are sneaky blighters with no manners or respect. An attack could come at any time. So it's of utmost importance to be prepared. If the siren sounds, you must act immediately, no matter the time, even during an annual event like a birthday, bath, or lovemaking. Stand clear of windows. If you're able to, cover them with strong material like lead or asbestos. Keep yours and your children's hands free of glass and cigarettes. No, little Susie, you can get your fix after the all clear. Loosen restrictive clothing such as neckties, dog collars, and bondage masks. Take shelter beneath something sturdy like a doorway, load-bearing wall, or expendable child. Remember not to look directly at the bright light of a
Mrs. Snugglehugs.
After the attack, the fallout may make it unsafe to go outside for several hours, days, or possibly even weeks. To this end, keep a supply of canned goods in your shelter, as these are safe from the radioactivity of
Mrs. Snugglehugs.
The Red Menace want us divided and scared, but they don't know who they're messing with. We are strongest together. Let's show those
Mrs. Snugglehugs
what we're made of. Yes, even you, little Susie.
C'est vrai qu'ils ont pris un communiqué pour se protéger et se confiner en cas de guerre nucléaire et de missiles nucléaires qui s'écrasent voilà, dans le pays, et ils ont remplacé tous les genre bombes nucléaires par Madame Kalinou. Mais avec le petit décalage, c'était pas très clair. Mais ok. Je vois l'idée. C'est pas que les sous-titres arrivent tard d'arriver, c'est qu'il y a un décalage en fait avec le sous-titre.
We know that you're scared. But now, more than ever, even though we're apart, we want you to know. It's
C'est elle.
Loads actually.
J'ai les cochons.
To the distant divas and the isolation idealists, the healthcare heroes and the lockdown lovers, we say you're still aging, possibly more so. We need to come together, every single one of us, and do the right thing. Keep buying our
Continuez à acheter nos produits pendant le confinement.
Eye of the beholder. Because you'll have to go out in public eventually.
Ce jour ou l'autre, vous devrez sortir en public. Ok. Bon, voilà pour les pubs. Les rushs, je les regarderai moi-même en off si j'ai des choses à vous montrer. On pourra le faire peut-être pour un prochain stream Not for Broadcast. On va... Ah non ? On va rester dans les archives, c'est plus calme. On va s'arrêter là pour notre Far Broadcast. Je remercie ceux qui auront regardé la VOD. Des bisous YouTube et à très bientôt pour une prochaine vidéo sur notre Far Broadcast. Dès que l'épisode 2 sortira, on y retournera au plus tôt, évidemment. Des bisous.